No, 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 don't sing this song.
P.F. Sloan's going to be the opening song on the album, isn't it? And it really sort of sets the tone in terms of the story of it, because P.F. Sloan himself, I mean, it's a Jimmy Webb song, isn't it? But P.F. Sloan himself was such an interesting, rather neglected. I mean, he wrote Eve of Destruction, didn't he? Well, tell the story of P.F. Sloan and the way that this connects with the concept of the album itself.
Do you know, it wasn't conscious. When I think about it and people mention it, I think, oh yes, of course, it's a song about a man who has been forgotten and who's been forgotten or sidelined by a commercial music industry. And I didn't think about how that actually thematically conjures up the whole record until now, actually.
You know they tanned his hide and crucified. Now he's staring glassy-eyed out through the parlor door.
But no, it's interesting. I think Jimmy Webb was hugely influenced by P.F. Sloan, and was, I think in those days, I think it was back in the 60s, I think, you were just a writer. So you got paid $100 a week, and you wrote songs, and you don't write songs, and you weren't allowed to write songs about anything political or anything remotely, you know, that was going to upset anybody. And P.F. Sloan was a rebel, and he wanted to be more creative, sing his own songs, write songs that he wanted to write, say things about what he wanted to say. And Jimmy Webb really admired that, and eventually P.F. Sloan did get into trouble and broke away from being a slave to, I suppose, the publishers and the way that they worked at that time, which was quite destructive and upset the creative process a lot.
I heard it on the news today, and it set my ears to ringing. Can't you hear the people singing?
Ended up broke, and actually was standing at a hot dog stand trying to get enough money to buy a hot dog when that song P.F. Sloan came on the radio, and which is fascinating. So they had this amazing connection, I think, together, and Jimmy Webb admired him, and that he had the courage to want to sing his own songs.
No, 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 don't sing this song. It belongs to P.F. Sloan.